It's the representative weekend in the Riverina and it's representative round on AFL Riverina TV. Hello, I'm Lauren Markham. Thanks for joining us, and thank you also to Matt Hart and Ryan Forsyth for being in the studio. Thanks,
Great
guys.
to be here, Ryan.
Now, Matt, representative football's close to your heart. What is it that you enjoy most about this week?
Yeah, I think it's. I've obviously been a fan of representative football. You get the best players, you get to be involved with the best players for a one-off game. You're used to the coaching or playing against them, so it's good to actually be on the same side as them and watch how they prepare and yeah, get to play the best standard of footy you can all year. So it's great to be involved in.
And now the Riverina League takes on the Hume League. With reputations on the line, do you feel like you have everything to lose?
No, not at all. We sort of haven't really even looked at it that way. We're obviously a very proud league, and in the Riverina heartland, the Hume will be doing the same. So no, we haven't looked at that. We'll just approach it to go out there and perform our best, and if we're good enough, then we get the chocolates. If not, then it's back to the drawing board, I guess.
And now I know you haven't finalised your squad, but what players are you most looking forward to seeing represent the league this weekend?
Yeah, it's interesting. We named a squad, I think, about 44, so we'll hopefully finalise that in the next day or so. I mean, it's a pretty young squad and it's a very flexible squad, so that's probably the highlight. We get some good players like go out and come back to the league, and Jared Lane from Narrandera, and you chuck in Harry Collins and Matt Collins from Mango, and yeah, there's a lot of depth in our league, so just looking forward to seeing them all gel together at a very short notice, and seeing how they perform on the day.
And it is difficult managing players with injuries and things like that, but have the players and clubs mostly been pretty cooperative?
Yeah, it's been really good, and as per previous years, we've had a really good response from both players, coaches and clubs. We make sure we contact all the coaches prior to putting our squad together to check the fitness and the attitudes of the players, and they've all come through and been open and honest, and we've gone out and watched as much as we can, and we've got a really good response from all parties. So, going on that, we're confident that we'll be on the right track come Saturday.
Now, Ryan, you are coaching with Jason McPherson, the Pharaoh League. The competition does have a lot of depth this year. Was it tough to come up with a squad?
Yeah, it's always difficult coming up with an interleague squad. Something that Jason's done really well is to encourage the players to play and get them involved in this type of footy, because as Matt said, it's a real achievement to make that side. So the clubs have put plenty of players forward, and we got together a good squad.
And now, what about new players to the league? Are there any travelling recruits or new faces we can look forward to?
Well, we've definitely got some travelling recruits in the squad. It's always good to try and get as many players there the week leading up with our Tuesday and Thursday training. So we're hopeful to get a few to our training runs. Obviously, the likes of Chris Gordon coming across from the RFL. He's a dual Quinn medalist and should add a bit of class to our side, which is very exciting. Tom Yates is available this year, and there's several other former Ovens and Murray players who will be really handy for us. So we're really excited about the squad we've put together.
And what do you think your strengths will be this year?
I think we've got a really good on-ball brigade. As I mentioned before, Tom Yates, Jack Egan, who played last year, Chris Gordon, and there's plenty of blokes who've played on-ball before and will probably play in the back line, the likes of Aidan Ridley. So we've definitely got some quality on-ballers to pick from through our rotations, and obviously I think we've also filled gaps fairly well this year with players that are leaving and have gone to different leagues or have made themselves unavailable this year.
Now, Matt, you guys had a big win over Talangatar last year. It really showcased the strength of the RFL. What did you like most about last year's game?
Yeah, I just liked the way last year, just the attitudes of the players they brought in. As soon as they attended training, the first training one, they were all involved and they all connected really well. So they brought that energy and enthusiasm you're sort of hoping they bring, and they brought that. And right from day one, it just made everyone's job a lot easier because the players actually put in, and then come game day, it was they played to their strengths, and they just enjoyed the day, and that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you've got to enjoy what you do, and I'm sure they've done that and put their best foot forward. So yeah, it was very rewarding, and it was great for the league.
And now, how do you prepare for a one-off game like this?
Yeah, again, it's hard. You've got to probably, being sort of 21st of May we're playing. We don't start to the 16th of April, so it's very difficult to try and get your group together and get them to try and mould them and get them as close as you possibly can. So yeah, you're just always just encouraging them to even at training to split up into people you sort of don't know as well, to then sticking in your club group. So yeah, and again, they're all senior footballers. I mean, they're all there. They all understand the concept, want to be involved in it. So I'd really take my hat off to the players and their attitude when they get to rep training. It's fantastic.
And now, do you have any idea of how the Hume League will stack up?
No, I know they've named a pretty extensive squad, and obviously they've got some good players there from the Ovens and Murray League, which as we all know is very strong. But yeah, they've named a very strong squad, so we probably won't know a little bit more about them till later in the week when they trim it down and finalise it. Probably similar to us. So, but yeah, no, we're expecting a very very tough game. You know, they're a comp with a lot of teams in it, so they've got obviously a bigger pool to pick from. So yeah, we're expecting a very tough game.
Now, Ryan, the Pharaoh League squad broke a drought last year. Is there a bit of expectation there this time around?
Yeah, I mean it was very exciting last year when we had our first win in a few years. So yeah, and I think that's sort of something that Jason's brought to the table in terms of the enthusiasm and excitement to play rep footy. So yeah, there's definitely that expectation. You always want to win those games and see how you stack up against the other leagues. So there's definitely a bit of pride and expectation coming into this Saturday.
And now, what do you know about the Black Diamond League in terms of strength and style of footy?
It's a league that's up in Newcastle, so it's really hard to get a gauge on the quality of players and the type of play. They have won the country championships in the past when it was the country championships and a lot of sides played. So you know, while it was a few years ago, they've obviously put together sides in the past that have been able to win plenty of games in a league format. Obviously, with the likes of with the Swans Academy, you know, Isaac Heaney's a perfect example of a player coming through the academy, and so I suppose that's a good indicator of where the league's at also. That they've got these juniors coming through of that quality. So I think we're expecting it to be a tough game in terms of what type of play it'll be. It's something that we're going to have to adapt to on the day.
And now, what's Macca's style of footy, and how do you think he wants the Pharaoh League side to play?
I think he doesn't try to change too much from what inter-league players do naturally. The players who've been picked have obviously got their various attributes and game plans within their respective clubs. So I think he just he works with the players and their abilities that they've got, and tries to keep things fairly simple. You know, obviously possession game where if you've got the footy, you know, it's going to be very hard for them to score. So he obviously picks a side that have got good skills and look to win it with obviously plenty of possession.
Well, thanks to you both for coming in, and best of luck on the weekend.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren.